Shabbat Shalom, Israel. So today I wanted to talk to you about some of the things that I've been doing and or going through since I've had my baby. So I had my daughter May 4th, and I'm 31. So this is my fourth child, and as probably most women with multiple children know, as you get, Shalom sis, as you get older and you have more children, your body doesn't bounce back or do the things that it used to do. I remember after my first son, you couldn't tell me anything. It was like I didn't even have a baby. Sorry if I start sweating. It's hot, and I've come out the AC to film this video for you guys. So, anyways, this last baby, my fourth baby, I've noticed that just my body just was really struggling to, kind of kick back in the gears and just feeling normal again. I went through a couple issues. I had a UTI, which self-healed. If you don't know what a UTI, it's a urinary tract infection, but it cleared up itself. Or I did things to help it clear up itself. You don't have to go on antibiotics for a urinary tract infection. Just a barrage of different things, and a lot of things were kind of leading to the fact that, my kidneys were struggling to kind of start functioning again. When I was pregnant, I was kind of disabled, and so I laid down most of the end of my pregnancy. I could barely walk. So because of that, the inactivity, I feel like that really affected my postpartum healing. So the things that I'm going to cover today, as far as what I'm doing for my physical health, all involve working out and I won't say dieting, but life changes as far as what you eat. I know when I nurse, I eat a lot of sugar. It's been that way all four babies, but I do try to moderate that and make sure that I stay in line with, what's reasonably acceptable. Like, I know a lot of people when they're pregnant, like, oh, I'm eating for two, and so they eat everything. No, you're really not eating for two, because that baby is, at some points in time when people say they're eating for two, the baby's like smaller than a grape, and you're like, I'm eating for two. You don't have to eat all that food. So anyways, what I've been doing outside of, I try to run almost every single day. I don't run every day. I try to, but outside of running and watching my diet, Sabbath day, I do a cleanse. People call it a detox, but Sister Yal has been on this debunk the detox thing. So if I call it a detox, she probably won't be my friend anymore. So in order to keep her to be my friend, we're not going to call it a detox. We're going to call it a cleanse. So I've been doing this cleanse. Every Sabbath, I don't eat any food, and I drink this cleanse, not a detox, which is comprised of, I don't have my mint in here today because I had my mint in the freezer, but when I went to go put it in here, it was bad. But this is cucumber, mint, ginger, and lime. It's supposed to be lemon, but we don't have any lemons in Belize. You can find lemons in Belize, but they're like privately owned. So somebody may have a tree in their backyard, and occasionally they take them out to the market to sell. But generally speaking, you will not find lemons. I've seen lemons one time in this country. So anyways, in addition to that, I have some tea bags. I didn't bring them in here. Anyways, one is a lemon tea bag, and it's like for immunity. And the other one's a radiant, and it's got like hibiscus and stuff in it. They've got elderberry and stuff. And so I put those in here as well. And I use honey to flavor it. And so like I said, every Sabbath I do not eat, and I just drink this. It was hard the first couple Sabbaths because I'm not used to fasting, and so I ate like a couple of pretzels or something. But I try to keep whatever I'm eating really simple, and I eat like I said, a couple. Like I probably had 5 pretzels the first time, and I had 2 crackers the next Sabbath. So this is my third Sabbath doing it, and I do feel a difference. And my goal to drinking this is that I tell myself I can't eat until I finish this whole gallon, which I'm drinking a gallon of water anyways. That's the other thing, especially if you're struggling with lactation. Making sure that you're getting enough water. One of the things I experienced here in Belize, because it's so incredibly hot, is which led to me getting a UTI, was becoming dehydrated extremely fast. to the point to where, you know, I had drank like at least 64 ounces the day before, and I hadn't had any water by like 10 o'clock, and my urine was like orange Gatorade. It was horrible. So, you know, making sure you're staying hydrated. So, you know, I drink this, the whole thing, by the end of the day, and by around like 12 o'clock, I'm peeing every, not TMI for you guys, but I'm going to the bathroom every like 20 minutes, you know, and my urine is clear, and that's really what you want. You want your urine to be a light color. If your urine's, you know, yellow, a darker yellow, highlighter yellow, unless you're taking vitamins will give your urine a highlighter yellow look. Orange, you guys, we got to drink more water. You know, we're 70% water, so if we're not drinking, so I keep wiping off the sweat, it's hot. If we're not drinking enough water, then, you know, your body's not going to be able to function the way that it's supposed to function. So that's it with the detox. Make sure you guys are drinking your gallon a day. The cleanse. Make sure you're drinking your gallon a day. Again, it's cucumbers, mint, ginger, and lime or lemon, whatever you have. The other thing that I wanted to address was these lactation pills that I'm taking. So I, generally speaking, actually am an overproducer of milk. I don't know, this last two baby, my milk ran out with Nava when she was like 1.5, almost 2. And then with this baby, I noticed by the time she was 1 month, my milk was really fluctuating and struggling. So I'm trying to make sure you guys can see this without the glare. So this is called Christopher's Lactation. You can find these on Amazon for, I think it's like $11.99. And they work really well. So when I was struggling with my milk supply with Nava, I was trying to take fenugreek, and I think it was like supposed to be 1 tablespoon that you're supposed to take throughout the day. And anyways, I think because when I started late, so I took like 2 teaspoons straight, and that cleaned me out. I was going to the bathroom for like the next 3 days nonstop. It was horrible. So I learned my lesson from fenugreek. Just because something's natural doesn't mean that you can't watch how you take it, because there's other things that, you know, will affect your body adversely. So when you start taking something that's natural, pills, vitamins, whatever, take it slow. Make sure that it agrees with your body, and, you know, go according to how your body sees that it needs. So this time around, I tried these lactation pills, and they work wonderfully. Within, I would say, 6 hours, you will see your milk supply increase. It says that you're supposed to take 2 capsules 3 times a day, which I've never done that many, because here in Belize they're really expensive. They're $43.75 Belize. So US, that's what, 40.23, $1.50. So we're looking at, like, I'm paying $21.50 for these US, because they're 43 Belize, and like I said, they're $11.99 on Amazon. So they're really expensive here. So I started off taking 1, and you have to consistently take these. When you stop taking them, your milk will decrease again. So then I bumped it up to 2 pills 4 times a day, which I saw a consistent increase of breast milk. But the goal is to not remain dependent on a product. So I was looking up and I was researching how to increase your breast milk, and a lady had which I can find I can try and find, Shalom sis, I can try and find the link to increasing your breast milk. But anyway, she went over a bunch of different things that she had done to increase her breast milk as well, because she suffered from polycystic ovaries. And when you have polycystic ovaries, it affects your breast milk. So some of the things that she was doing that I did was increasing skin-to-skin contact. And these things made sense, because my milk started decreasing when I started trying to be more busy, when I started trying to run around and take care of business, and I kept giving my daughter pacifier more. So increasing your skin-to-skin time with the baby was one of the things that I did. Stop using pacifiers. So feeding on demand was another thing that I began doing, instead of giving her pacifier, because a pacifier increases the length of time in which the baby needs to feed. Feeding on, waking her up in the middle of the night and trying to get her to eat. She's my only child that has slept through the night. All of my other children like cluster feed all night long. It's ridiculous. And so I was all excited that this particular child decided that she wanted to sleep through the night, but her sleeping through the night was is adversely affecting my milk supply. So, getting her to nurse through the night. When I nurse, I have one breast that is it's low producing. So I start on my low producing breast until I have my letdown, and then I will switch over to my normal producing breast. And then that way it gets my low producing breast to begin to create more milk. So between those things and taking these pills, I was able to get my breast milk to come back up to, a normal standard. I noticed that if I do not stay focused on keeping my milk up, it will decrease. Another thing that I do too is I kind of meditate. I meditate on let down, because I realize that I don't always get a letdown, and so being focused on what I'm, being in the moment, being focused on what I'm doing, and trying to get my mind and body in sync and make sure that my breast is having a letdown every time that I'm nursing my baby, has also helped. I'm not a professional. I'm just letting you know what has worked for me, because breastfeeding to me is really important. Like, I'm terrified of having to go to formula. I've never had any of my babies on formula, and formula's bad for children. And not to say any mother that has to give their child formula, I'm not saying you're a bad mom or anything, but for me personally, it's not something that I want for my children. I didn't vaccinate my children for a reason. I don't want them on formula for a reason. So for me, I'm terrified. Also, the other thing that I did that I think I should have put 4 and 4 on this, but it is the most important, is I pleaded with the Most High. I prayed hard, just asking him for favor to increase my breast milk. Him increasing my breast milk doesn't help me any. He blessed me with this child, and, I suffered through natural childbirth, no drugs to have, have a stronger baby. Don't vaccinate to have a stronger baby. When my body was feeling bad and I wanted to take Tylenol, didn't take Tylenol, because I didn't want, that medication going into my breast milk. And it's like, Almighty, I'm doing everything that I possibly can, doing everything that you've told me to do. Please help me increase my breast milk. You give me this child, and I don't want to put this child on formula. So that was key as well, and I give him all the glory and the praise, not Christopher's lactation pill, but, he gets all the glory and the praise for, increasing my breast milk, because at the end of the day, it's his child that he's loaned me. This soul he has given to me for me to be able to care for it. And all I can do is do my best, and if I have to I pray that we can make it to a year, but if I have to go to formula, just researching the best formula. Or a sister told me that there's one sister she knows of that did made a goat milk formula or something like that. So researching, or whatever the case may be. The point of the matter is that I really don't want to go to formula, and this is what I'm doing to keep my breast milk up so that I don't have to go to formula. And the last thing I want to talk to you today about is kind of irrelevant, but I suffer a lot from constipation, especially when I'm pregnant. And so I found these. I'm sure you can find them online. They're called Vegelax herbal supplement, and they are all natural. Trying to see what the other ingredients are. It says take 1 to 2 capsules per day, which I've only ever taken 1. But by like the second day, this stuff has you going regularly. This stuff is amazing. I love this stuff. I've tried a bunch of different things. I've tried Slim Husk. I've tried some other, not laxative, but other pills or whatever, vitamins for going to the bathroom. And this honestly has really helped. This and drinking your water has really helped me a lot. So again, this is called Vegelax, and it was for Belize, and for how well it worked, it was only $21, which is $10.50 US. So they worked amazing. So I suggest this to anybody who's struggling with constipation. So I hope that was a blessing to you. I hope that if you're struggling with breast milk, some of those suggestions will help you increase your milk. I love you all. To y'all, I'm back. Have a great rest of Shabbat. Shalom.